Alrighty. Let's get back into Paranormasight. I can go to the park, or I can go to the high school. I think schools are scarier. Because you have to learn. Oh god. School's at night? Ugh. Here I am at Komagata High School. Anything interesting? The school gate is closed, but climbing over looks easy enough. That's the gym. The large gymnasium looms silently over the grounds. It doesn't look like anyone is in there. That's what you think. School building? Oh god, that looks awful. Past the gate I can see the main school building. Huh? It's too dark and far away to see clearly, but I think I can make out someone inside. It's quite suspicious for someone to be here this late at night. But you're here. But waiting here would just be a waste of time. I should come back later. Really? If there's no sign of curse bears or curse echoes, I should go search at a different location. Really? I don't understand why he wouldn't want to go in there. Well, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna listen to him. Midoricho Park. Whoa. I thought I saw a harness and I was like, oh, what's this guy into? This is Midoricho Park, the location of the Taiko Sugaru, one of the Seven Mysteries. Huh? Someone's there. Are you... two men, one middle-aged and the other a young adult, talking to each other. They're hooking up. There's a good chance that one of them could be a curse bearer. Really, I'll try to scope things out without being spotted. To pick up their conversation from this distance, I'll have to focus in and watch them for a while, I think. If it looks like I'll be spotted, I'll quickly move behind a tree and move out of line of sight. Oh god, is this the stealth portion? Huh? They were supposed to be around here, but I don't see anyone, boss. No need to get ahead of ourselves. I bet we see something before the night is done. I do kind of wish they were voice acting. Maybe you're right, but still, the Seven Mysteries. Oh, he's gonna turn around and look at me, isn't he? Huh? Was there a noise from behind you just now? Behind us. Don't look at me. Hey, who's there? Irk. So much for stealth. Oh, you two are police officers? People often say we don't look it. Sorry if we startled you. Insight check. I'm sure there's no problem, but we'll have to ask you some questions as procedure. I'm Jun Erio. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department, Investigative Division. Oh. Newbie Detective Jun Erio. I still love the art. Look at these. I keep talking about line weight. I just love, like, you know, like, is it Sumi? Hey? Sumi ink? Is that what it's called? Sort of like Okami. And this old guy with the scowling mug is Chief Inspector Tetsuo Tsutsumi, my superior officer. You wouldn't guess from that frown, but he actually has quite the sweet tooth. Haruyo, quit blabbering. He's more talkative, so I'll talk to him first. What about those lips? Oh my. Now first, can you show me some ID with your name, address, and occupation? I'll be okay. I'm better off just going along with it. Okay, I'm saying that to myself. Wow, you work for Hihaku Soaps? I hear they've been raking it in lately. That true? I don't know much about that. I'm just a recent hire. People are loving that new hair product you have. I use it all the time myself. Oh. Thank you for your patronage. Ariel, you use hair products? Get with the times, boss. Guys nowadays all use these things. It's good to take care of yourself. Isn't that right, Mr. Okie? Yeah, sure. We even make men's cosmetics now. That's so. What a time we live in. Maybe if you use sunscreen, your face wouldn't have aged so badly. Sorry, boss. Boss is the kind of caveman who thinks using a bar of soap for all his washing makes him cool or something. I don't care for men who don't, think taking care of themselves is, you know, unmanly or whatever. I don't think that. I just don't care enough to use anything else. Okay. Actually, we do have all-in-one soaps just for that purpose. There are plenty of people like you. Get some moisturizer though. Ha! Hear that, Ariel? That's what I'm talking about. You should put out more of those. God, aren't you riled up? Okay, I like him. I'll leave the questions up to him. I got nothing to ask. Oh. Okay, can I check him out? I always imagined detectives as blunt and aggressive, but I guess there are some that are pleasant too. He's as intimidating as I expect a veteran cop to be. First that private detective, now police detectives. Why today of all days? Uh-oh, they're detectives. They're not investigating the corpse that was here, are they? No, I'm still fine anyway. It's not like a curse could show up as evidence in the police investigation. I can hardly believe how calm I am. I just need to keep a cool head and not panic. Anything else? Anyway, Mr. Okie, what is it that you're doing here? Actually... I'm searching for the Seven Mysteries. Oh, he's up front. Have you heard of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, Detective? Yeah, I've heard of them. We were just talking about them a minute ago. Sorry to click your face. A girl I know is into them. That's how I got interested. Oh boy, he's mentioning the girl. I see. I seem to remember even Midoricho Park had one of the mysteries associated with it. What was it again? I don't remember. I know it's in here, but I'm just like... That's where I just was. Komagata, Fuji, Shumoko Bridge, Yasuda Guard. Oh yeah. I just read that a few moments ago. The Taiko Sugaru. That's right, the Taiko of Sugaru. This whole area used to be the residence of the Sugaru, a clan of samurai. Oh, so that's why you're hanging around in the middle of the night. Discover anything interesting? No, nothing. Though I admit I haven't been looking into these things too hard. Oh. Right, I think I understand your situation. Thank you for your answers. Now it's quite late, so you'd best be heading home. I have to figure out whether or not they're curse bearers first. With two of them, the bearer could be either one. Could the other already be aware that their friend has a curse stone? Maybe I could have learned something if I had listened to more of their conversation. Either way, if I'm gonna do it, I have to get them both. Leaving one alive would be too risky. Oh. You really gonna kill them? Though I still don't know if I can use the curse on two people at once, if they both leave at the same time. The lips again. Oh my god, I want to draw these lips. Something wrong? You're free to go. I want to talk to them more, right? Excuse me. Since you detectives are around, does that mean something happened around here? Oh boy, he's being nosy. Well, we are investigators, so it is indeed related to a case. But don't worry, there's no threat to civilians whatsoever. We'll be here a while longer looking into things, but you can rest easy. You little liar. A while longer, huh? That's not good. This may be my only chance. I see. Well, I'll be going now. Take care. Oop, I forgot to silence my phone. Can I just really walk away from him? Can I talk to him? Huh? We're done here, so go on home. This is so awkward. Can I go? Okay, well... I thought they'd curse me if I turn around and walk away. School's sure is spooky at night. Curses aside, something about it just gives me the creeps. Can I go in yet? Let's see here. Ah, someone's there. A girl? Huh? Whoa, what the? Ouch. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, but did you just climb over the school gate? What's going on? Why are you at school this late? Well... I'm really sorry. I'm in a big hurry now, so I gotta go. Is she gonna die? Hey, wait. Huh? God, curse? God, why? It can't be. Mio, I'm sorry. I hate this. Why is he killing everyone right and left? For a girl he barely knows. Like, he barely knew her for like a month or so. 36%. I wonder what's gonna happen to him when he brings her back to life. Ha ha. Ha. I killed her. Nice. She was a curse bearer. This is working. I just have to keep it up. How many more do I need? 1? 2? I'm so uncomfortable. 3 a.m. Alright, on to the next one. First, the one-sided read by the Ryogoku Bridge. Ryogoku. Then the evergreen beach at the former Yasuda Gardens along the Sumida River. Finally, Sumida River. Okay, let's go to the bridge first. Oh, this looks so pretty. Let's go to the bridge first. The art's so good. Oh, hey. Hey, I got a quick question for you. What the? I don't like that sweater. He's a curse bearer for sure. Sorry this is so sudden, but I've gotta ask. You don't mind, do you? Are you a curse bearer? Ooh. Look at this Megane pose. What? Oh. Oh, look at little leggies. Let me check this guy out. Making it obvious that he's a curse bearer. What's he trying to pull? Maybe he's confident that he can activate his curse before I activate mine. Gotta be careful. How should I respond here? I feel like at this point it doesn't really matter what I say. It feels very scripted. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like, I'm trying to like relieve myself of the burden of making choices. Maybe I'll pretend to be dumb. What's a curse bear? The hell is that? You took too long to answer. Huh? Plus you glanced behind me when the curse echo appeared. I knew it, you're a curse bearer too. You can stop trying to hide it now. Not that you were doing a very good job. Damn it. Yeah, you're right. You got me. I appreciate the honesty. I just want to have a nice calm little chat. And then kill you. My name is Yutaro Namigaki. My curse echo is the foot washing mansion. Good for you. I mean, he's kinda cute when he doesn't want to kill me. A chat? I'm not gonna curse first and ask questions later, just because we're both curse bearers. I've got a little more class than that. I don't have class. I hope you're smart enough to extend me the same courtesy. I better play nice for now. Fine, chat away. Thank you. Good to know I'm dealing with someone reasonable. Leggies. Is this his curse echo? He said it was the foot washing mansion. Is that why there are only legs? It's like the ghost of Naomi Smalls. Alright, let's talk. What do you want? He looks like such a dad in this sweater. Right, I'll cut straight to the chase. Will you join forces with me? Join forces? Together soul dregs? Yep. You're using your curse because there's someone you want to resurrect too, right? In that case, it'd be more effective for the two of us to work together than do it all by yourself. I don't know. Think about it. We could split the work, and we'd have two kinds of curses at our disposal. Working together? I hadn't thought about that before. Can the soul dregs in one curse stone... Oh god, I read so badly. Can the soul dregs in one curse stone be moved to another? That's a fundamental requirement for this to work. Well, we'll have to test it. And I can't do that alone either. I see. I want to say this, but maybe I should play nice. Should I? Because he knows more than I do, so I think I'm better off playing along. Alright then, if working together helps us both get what we want, maybe it's not the bad idea. Thanks. Glad to be dealing with someone who can think things through rationally. But there's something I need to know in advance. Ooh, tell me. How many soul dregs do you have right now? Right. I have some, of course. I'm more than competent after all. I'm asking you how many. I'm at 1%, but don't worry about it. My curse is so easy to activate, I'll have plenty in no time. I bet you haven't managed to get any on your own, have you? I'm at 30... What? I thought it was 36%. Are you lying? I'm at 67%. Huh? Say what? That's the amount of soul dregs I have in my curse stone right now. Are you sure? Nani? Wait, are you serious? You're not even close to being on my level. I just... Oh my god. I'll keep gathering soul dregs on my own. Let's forget all this joining forces business. You've got to be kidding me. I'll call your bluff. Don't think you can scare me off so easily. I see. That's too bad. If you don't feel like talking, then you leave me no choice. I even gave you a chance to come out of this alive. Real shame you're just gonna waste it. What are you? He's gonna step on me or something. What the? Is this the voice of the curse echo? Among the 7 mysteries, the resentful memory of the foot-washing mansion is particularly strong. You can't block it out by plugging your ears. As soon as you hear the voice of my curse echo, it's the end for you. Damn it. Did I fuck up? My Itachi, you seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. This is mere conjecture on my part, but you have a way to evade curses that no one else is capable of, do you not? Fear not, you may make as many attempts as you please from the conversation with Yutaro. Very well. Remember to ward off the curse before it is activated. But bear in mind, Shogo Okuye has no way of realizing it himself, so you must react for him. I had to look this up. You just turned the voice volume down. Is that really it? Alright, let's see if this works. This is going nowhere. I see, that's too bad. If you don't feel like talking, then you leave me no choice. I even gave you a chance to come out of this alive. Real shame that you're gonna just waste it. What are you... Damn it. A voice? I don't hear any voice. What? There's no way. And yet there he is, perfectly unharmed. Oh my... This game! What the hell? Huh? What's going on here? He's kinda cute when he's crazy. I don't completely understand it myself, but his curse conditions don't seem to have been met. This is my chance. Yutaro, your curse won't work on me. I'll let you off easy today, so get the hell out of here. You son of a... Fine, I'll just be on my way then. Kill him. Yeah. Why? How is this? So I'm at 87%. What about that lady behind us? Can I put the voices back up? I'm so... This game is crazy! So, I guess I'll have to, like... think out of, outside the box, outside of the fourth wall, you know. The former Yasuda Gardens. There was some kind of incident here recently, so the entrance was closed off. But it was easy enough to sneak in since there are no guards at this time of night. However, it feels weird being in these magnificent gardens after hours. There's not a visitor or a groundskeeper in sight. The Ryogoku public hall is also on the grounds. Its eye-catching structure makes this place feel even more otherworldly. Is there anyone here? What was with that weird lady at? Oh god! So, have you decided what you're going to do? With your... oh so precious. Oh god. Curse. Stone. Yeah? As soon as I snuck into the gardens, a woman inside called out from behind me. I've been waiting for you. I have a curse stone. Her sudden proclamation had me a loss for words, so the woman continued. I have you in a position where I can use my curse on you whenever I please. If you hand over your curse stone, I will at least spare your lives. In that moment, all I could squeeze out in reply was, let me think about it. Which brings us to now. Alright. A woman in her 30s. She has a refined air about her, like she was brought up in a family of high social standing. But I also sense a shadow hanging over her. I wonder if it has to do with this place. Let's talk. Don't tell me you still haven't made up your mind. Such an indecisive man. Wait, I might hand over my curse stone, depending on certain things. Will you hear me out for a moment? Sure, go on. If you take my curse stone, what are you going to do with it? With your curse stone? It's brimming with soul drags, isn't it? It's already killed so many, you know. How does she know so much? I'd like to avoid such crude methods myself. 7. Is that how many people I've killed? Can you take soul dregs from other curse bearer stones and add them to your own? Who knows? But you have to admit it's worth trying. So basically, you want soul dregs, but you steal the ones others have gathered because you don't want to get your own hands dirty. You're half right, but half wrong too. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I just want to end this with as little trouble as possible. Understand? That's how much time I have until she kills me. I wonder what the conditions of her curse are. If we're going to talk, we should get to know each other better. My name is Shogo, stop. Huh? Let's not do that, alright? If I know your name, I might start to feel sorry for you. And have a harder time killing you. You would? Don't you think? 5. Wait. She was behind me? I thought there was a different girl. You want soul dregs. That means you're after the rite of resurrection too. Not that I'm trying to compare our circumstances, but can I ask what led you to this? Oh my. Do you mean that if my situation is more dire than yours, you'd give your curse stone to me? Sure, I'd consider it, so tell me. Liar. Huh? You wouldn't hang your fate on something as superficial as that. Nor would I. 4. Damn it, did I expose myself somehow? She said she can use her curse on me anytime. I guess I've already fulfilled its conditions. It could be a bluff, but since she seems to have information on me, it's probably true. I can't hand over my curse stone. I need to figure out how her curse is activated, and find a way out of here. For now, maybe I can get some information by talking about something that catch your interest. She said she'd feel sorry for me if I introduced myself. Maybe I'll keep doing this? Well, what if you tell me your name? Why? Well, I need to call you something. They call me ma'am. Huh? Alright, ma'am. Yes, what is it? Ugh, this is bad. She's completely running the show here. 3. I don't know. How do you know you haven't already set off my curse? Go on then, use it. If I had, you could have activated it with all that bluster. And yet here you are. Damn, does she already know about it? Or about that student from before? But if she already knows what would activate it, she wouldn't hide it. But if you know what activates my curse, there's no way you would set it off yourself. She must not know yet. I still have a chance. Listen. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. About what? Talking like this instead of killing you immediately. It's just a whim of mine. What I mean to say is that you are never in a position to bargain. Two. Why can't I see her? Is her, like, her curse echoes just floating behind me? Is that what it is? Wait, let me read it. I forgot. What condition have I fulfilled since the moment I stepped foot in here? Something that I'm still doing even now. Think, what could it be? Maybe something I have on me? If I suddenly strip naked on the spot, I might just be able to avoid her curse. No, that would probably take too long. She'd probably kill me before I even got my shirt off. Why are we talking about getting naked? Plus, I'd look like a creep. The other possibility is that the condition has to do with the location we're in. If being here is what activates the curse of the Evergreen Beach, then I'll continue to meet that condition as long as I'm here. In which case there's no escape. She'd activate her curse before I ever got away from the gardens. I'm sure I'd recognize it after setting it off, but it's not like I get to do things over. I can't move away? I was thinking that maybe just by talking to her I'm setting the curse conditions. I only have 2 more conversations left. Or 1 more, I think. You actually can't kill me, can you? After that strange countdown from before, too. It's all just a bluff to threaten me. I don't give in to threats, so why don't you give this up, Anne? If that's the case, give it a try then. Only 2 more now. Let me tell you the number. 1. So, if I can't figure out her curse, I'll have to set off my own. I don't see how I can make her leave though, not while she has the upper hand. All I can think of is to make her use her curse. Damn it. But there's no way I could counterattack after she curses me. I might just have to figure her out before I am able to do anything. My son. What? He'd be in 6th grade now. Oh. If he were still alive. Oh. When I'm one of the big kids, I'll help look after the 1st and 2nd graders, he'd say.
He always had a strong sense of justice and responsibility. He wouldn't stand by when he saw other kids being bullied. He'd defend them, even if he was no match for the bully himself. He'd often come home in tears, but only because he was sad that he wasn't strong enough to save others. He wanted to be a policeman when he grew up. Okay, I get it. I've heard enough. That's enough for you? Yeah. Hearing such a sad story just makes me all the more sorry that I haven't changed my mind. Oh no. I see. So even after what I told you... 0. Such a shame. What? This is the end for you. Farewell. No! Fire, it's so hot it burns. Fire, of course, that's what it was. Oh god, damn it, he must have been following me. And it's already too late. What an interesting game. It is not all in vain, however, as he finally realized how the curse is activated. Fear not, you may make as many attempts as you please from the conversation with the lady. Remember how to ward off the curse when you return. But bear in mind, Shogo Okie has no way of realizing it himself, so we must react for him. Is there something in the options I can... Because now I'm like... What's in here? What's in here that's gonna save my life? I don't really get it. I don't really understand her curse. Okay. Throw it away. What did you just... Why did you throw away your lighter all of a sudden? Huh? Well, I just kind of felt like it. How? Oh my god, her face. Why is she losing it all of a sudden? Could that lighter have been what fulfilled the condition of her curse? But why? How did I... kill her? God, this can't be. My Shuichi. I do feel bad for her. If it were up to me, I would have given her my stone. That's full, right? Whew, that was too close for comfort. Was that just coincidence? Not only was I able to release myself from her curse, she immediately panicked and ran away. Fortunately for me. If she'd kept her cool and stayed, we would have been at a stalemate. Oh, I should check my curse stone. It should have gained a lot just now. What? Let me change something for a second. Did it kill me? Well, it doesn't say I was deceased, right? So... Pardon the interruption. but I'd like to take this chance to tell you about the story chart. This is the screen which will appear when you open the story chart. From here, not only can you see the overall structure of the current story, you can also progress along the different branching routes by playing past stories over again. You could call this exactly the power that Shogo Okie has sought after. Normally would have been able to use the story chart feature freely. However, due to certain circumstances, it has been locked until now. From here on, you'll return to the story chart from time to time when it breaks in the story. At those times, you'll choose for yourself which story you wish to continue next. Okay. By the way, should you use the story chart to replay a past event, do you know what you must do and where? Of course you do. After all, you've gotten this far. What trigger did Yoko Fukunaga set off that led her dying the way she did? You've come this far several times, so I have every confidence you'll be alright. As long as you make sure not to do that thing. However, like with the lighter and the voice earlier, Shogo Okie has no way of knowing that himself. Ah, on that note, I'm curious. Have you determined how many people Shogo Okie has killed with his curse? Let me think. That one guy in the beginning. That girl. The Megane-kun. And then the woman just now? I think it's 4, right? Oh, he killed another one in the dark, so 5. I see. So that is your understanding of things. Is there one I didn't kill? As it turns out, the correct answer is 2? Well, that is all. Huh. Please continue the story at your leisure from the story chart screen. I can only go here? You know, the only thing that she did differently, now that I'm thinking about it, I could be completely wrong, but she did go over there playing with the animals over there? Is that what she did wrong? I don't know. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? Yoko, hang in there, Yoko. Look at me, you're gonna be okay. It's alright, there's nothing there. Yoko? So, okay. They did keep saying that I killed her. Huh? Oh good, you're awake. Well, what? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it.
I think she lied. I think she faked her death the first time.
Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh right, that might have been it. My humors were off balance. What, back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Yeah, I've heard at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Huh, sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow.
Is there a curse that takes away memories? What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Maybe it's for the best. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal, too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay?
This way I won't kill people. I ended up having to force a still posting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Oh no. Wow. Because of that, I haven't met all these people. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries of the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own.
Okay. Whoa. 5 a.m.? He's dedicated to this girl.
In further news... Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in the Sumida City's park. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area around the same time.
Oh my god, that was just the prologue.
Well done in your efforts this far. This brings Shoko Okie's story to a close. Really? He just ends up dead? But this is not the end, far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The routes of the three protagonists have now been unlocked. Out of the characters that we've all met, I did find her the most interesting. Harue Shikima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. It's brutal. Tetsuo Sutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who's looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Oh. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead. A girl who died in a suspicious suicide.
Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these three storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale.
Oh, I can choose? I found her the most interesting, so I'll go with her first. Oh, he's working for her? When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police had resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detectives at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the curse stone, the hunting powers. You can use it to kill those with fire or fire-starting device on their person. Oh. The murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right? Kill them. Back with me, ma'am? He does have luxurious hair. Can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams? No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Okay, let's talk well, let me look around a little. Hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it, but it's been hanging here since before I was born. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. This is a really nice home. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't the one to listen to music often. He isn't one to listen. Ooh, sticker. It's a cock. Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's the head honcho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never even heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. Oh, I like it. I've never even heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they are made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Well, that's nice. Collectibles. I wonder what her husband does. A color television. Oh. Oh yeah, this was set in like the 90s or something. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Oh, back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. I see. So this could be any time. But with father and my husband away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Anything else? Oh my god, a fax machine. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. Oh, okay. Let's talk to him. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. Oh, that happens to me. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? Oh, I poked her nose. Well, where to start? She's just gonna outright tell him? Interesting. Very interesting. So the haunting Clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere? Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the curse you'll need to do it? Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw the curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped out clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echoes resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? A lot of people smoke in Japan. From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That sounds how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment. Remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. Think? My heart is still racing. This is it, my chance, at long last. Oh. That's why you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. So he said, as far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember you were just about to tell me. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Why don't I, tell you what? Why don't I tell you what I've found? Then we can make a decision.
Alright. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to... Oh, weird. Okay. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Okyoko River, here in Sumida City. It's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Ugh, this is so bad. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school, but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? Are they a curse bearer? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? Is this implying that I need to look at the files? A kidnapping murder took place in Honjo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Haure Shigima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit. Losing the public's confidence, the culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure, Haruhei reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, seeing that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up by the stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but this case has long gone cold. Stickers. This is about Richter. There's actually a Marvel character named Richter. I remember I had a trading card of him, and then I found out later in life that he's actually like a gay character. And it's like, oh, I love him. I think that's all I needed to read. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old books showed up recently with all the gory details, and they said that the right can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about it. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day I wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I had just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, man. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right? Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. The expressions are so good in this game. But, and this is a big but, if this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. Oop, oh god. That's so? Is it? Dear oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? How do I, If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be part of a murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. It doesn't seem like he'll do it if I pay him. I'm gonna try it anyway. How much can I pay? How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I'll stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. You're still killing someone. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Ma'am, just warning you now. About my curse. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunted Clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be all on the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. Any more? And if I remember correctly,
Your hunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person, is that right? That's right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fires. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. I see. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big if that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say that the condition oh god. And say that condition were already filled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't actually have to use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse and back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here, we could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's the curse. You flatterer. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous, or outside your normal routine. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody they would have had a reason to trust. Yeah, that's how most kidnappings are. It's someone that they know, right? A teacher? Perhaps a relative? Or somebody else they knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem. No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew, or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? Huh. That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. But surely that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how many police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Yeah. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Yeah. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. Yeah. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it wasn't a man's voice on the phone. They could use a vocoder or something. She might have an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Another. So the question is, Did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about other people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. Well, I can't say that for sure. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private.
Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. Who is it? There's no one around. We can speak in confidence.
Excuse me? What was your name again? Jonoichi? Well, Jonoichi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page... You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right?
Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you gay. My life is in danger, and I need your help.
You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you, gay. Who's trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Oh my god. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think of much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you could have been sitting on that all this time? So you've been sitting on that all this time and you think she's coming for you now that you've just spilled the beans?
Yes, that's it. Exactly.
I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. Get me. Arrest her. I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you?
Look at those lips.
I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true, her house, it's... forget it, why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough, I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Wow. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Jonoichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then the schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Oop. At last we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for.
Right then, have you decided what you want me working on? You know... Is there really a point in investigating the kidnapping when all we really want is our son back? To me that... Like, the good part of me wants to say this so that we can get some justice. But I know she just wants her son back. Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection. Roger that. The rite it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before the morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. Okay. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. For what? Alright. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Okay. I'm gonna end that here. We've done a lot, and frankly, my mouth is getting really dry from talking. This is really a compelling story. Like, this is probably the best visual novel I've ever done. I'll get back to this next time, and thanks for watching. Alright, bye.